When you hear climate change, you probably think about polar bears or cutting down trees. This word gets tossed around very lightly nowadays, but it indeed is a real problem. This is why we need to take small steps into clearing the environment and making a change. Newly developed enhanced geothermal systems is a step in the right direction. After learning about this new technology, I was immediately intrigued. I spent dozens and dozens of hours to find research to provide you with information to self-evaluate your own actions. This information will be presented to you in the following speech to show you why geothermal systems are helping our environmental crisis. In this speech, I will talk to you about geothermal enhances. That's pretty good. Many of you guys are wondering, what are geothermal drilling systems? June Kim of the MIT Technological Review in 2024 explains that these new geothermal technological energy sources are newly developed tech using geothermal heat instead of fossil fuels to create a clean source of energy. Although there are specific requirements for these geothermal technologies to work, such as specific permeable rock and nearby water sources. You guys are probably wondering, when did this occur and why is this coming to light now? This new technology has barely come to light, but has been in development for the past 50 years. A new energy company by the name of Fervo Energy has successfully developed the first geothermal plant in Nevada and plan to be in Utah by 2026. Now, many of you guys are probably wondering, how do these geothermal plants work? Well, let me show you. As you can see in this picture, these work similar to oil drills. By drilling deep into the Earth's permeable surface, the heat of the rock is coupled with water, right? And an injection of water that creates steam, ultimately powering the turbines to create clean energy. And this not only does not burn fossil fuels, but it also is maintainable for many, many years. So now that we have discussed the what of what geothermal systems are, how they work, geothermal systems, and when they were created, let's move into the next section, the uses of these geothermal systems. The use of these geothermal systems are to create fresh, reusable energy that is friendly to the environment. This is created through a maintaining process over 50 years that uses natural resources like permeable rock, heat, and water to create steam and power the turbines instead of burning materials that get emitted back into the atmosphere. It also is to be used for countries all over the world. As we can see in this chart, many countries have already adopted the use of geothermal systems. Countries such as the United States, the Philippines, Italy, Japan, Mexico, all of these countries are beginning to use geothermal energy because they know that it is a maintainable source of energy. We can see that here that the United States uses 3.7 gigawatts a year by geothermal energy. Italy uses 2.3 gigawatts of thermal energy, and Mexico uses 1.9 gigawatts of geothermal energy. Why is this significant, you may ask? This is significant because now that we are seeing more and more countries use this energy source, it is creating a ripple effect that will last longer and create a more sustainable environment. Now that we have understand the uses of these geothermal energy sources, why is this significant to the everyday person, you may ask? This is significant because it is a reliable substitution for fossil fuels. According to the article Energy Understood, published in 2024, it says, unlike fossil fuels, geothermal energy does not require mining. Geothermal energy is more reliable than fossil fuels and does not deplete easily. While it is more costly to process, its availability makes it the perfect source of energy. This tells us that the new geothermal sources of energy is the perfect substitution for fossil fuels when it comes to preserving our environment. Another reason why you may be asking why this is significant is because it will decrease the carbon emission into our environment. According to the MIT Technological Review, author Peter Farley said, researchers backed by $16 million in federal stimulus funds to seek proof that such geothermal plants could generate 50% more heat by cycling carbon dioxide underground instead. This proves that the use of geothermal plants will decrease the output of carbon dioxide by using it to create a new reusable source of energy. Lastly, the longevity of these energy sources. The longevity is everything because it will not be costly to create a new one or build similar ones all over the world. According to Earth's Ending Off-Grid Power, written by James Fowler in 2023, he claims geothermal systems can last for decades, with some plants still in operation after 50 years or half a decade. This makes them a reliable long-term energy solution. Not only does this prove that geothermal power plants have the capability to last longer than half a century, but it shows why they are the superior energy source over fossil fuels. An example of the longevity of these geothermal systems is this half-century-long power plant that has been sustained in the ocean and being able to maintain its current energy output. So to sum up this speech, the value of geothermal energy sources bring the future of our societies will only sustain our current situation. But it is up to us, all of us, to change our hearts and take a stand. Now that you have the background information of these geothermal energy sources, when they were created, and the significance of them, we can now bring this into fruition and implement clean and healthy living habits that will sustain the environment. There is no time to start like now. Just remember, you are not alone in this. Thank you.